Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. It's time to start setting up for 2021. So today I'm going to be filling in my roadmap and also giving you some ideas for the back pages of your passion planner. Let's get started. So here is my Pacific Blue 2021 Passion Planner, and I thought I'd start by showing you the difference between a brand new planner and how chunky my 2020 planner got. I really love chunky planner season. So although in that first clip I had the tabs in, I'm going to show you how I put them in, and I went with holographic tabs because they literally go with everything. So I'm going to start by just bending them in the crease line in the middle and then getting that crease line right up to the edge of the page and then squishing them down, and do that for every single month of the year. And this is also a great way to break in the spine of a new planner because you kind of open it in stages rather than it staying closed for half the year. I also went with flush tabs rather than the ones that stick out because although my planner doesn't actually leave my office, I always worry that if I did take it anywhere, these tabs that stick out might get a bit roughed up in my bag because I'm pretty clumsy. In the Data Passion Planner, you get grey bars on the side of each month, so if you just line up the tabs with those, then they will be in the perfect position for every single month of the year. And with these sets of tabs from Passion Planner, you also get 4 completely blank tabs, and this year I've decided to actually use them, and I'm using them to mark out the start of the blank pages and the start of the dot grid pages in the back of my Passion Planner. So I was just lining those up there with the January and the July tabs. Next, I'm going to write my name on the front page of my planner. So I'm just popping raw plans in, and as you may have noticed, I did draw these out in pencil first because my calligraphy or like hand lettering in this bouncy style isn't the best, but I'm learning. Everything's a work in progress. And then I'm just going to add my word of the year for 2021, which is revive. I've never done a word of the year, but I feel like 2021 is the year to start. Next, I'm going to set up my passion roadmap, and previously I've always done like specific goals for all of the timescales that are put in the planner. This year I've decided to do something a bit different and make it more of a vision board. I was watching Darian Plan's YouTube when she did her vision board, and I loved how it turned out with like photos from the past year, so I decided to draw some inspiration from that, and each of the photos that I've picked kind of represents a theme of a goal that I want for 2021, like seeing more family and friends, maybe going on holiday, like traveling a little bit. Some of them I've also just found on Google, like that picture of a bathroom is because I want to get my bathroom redone this year. And then I'm just going to decorate around that with some of the stickers from the self-care sticker book, and this is from a page by Nina Alberg, who is Mimi Moffy on Instagram. I've also changed some of the timescales on the roadmap because lifetime honestly freaks me out. So I've gone with 5 years, 1 year, 6 months and 3 months. And then I'm just using a pink passion marker to create a little drop shadow around each section of the roadmap. Next is a page that I always struggle with. This year I used it to put in all of the holidays from the UK that you don't get printed in a passion planner, so I'm going to do the same thing again for 2021, and I'm also going to pop in all of my friends and family's birthdays, but I'll do that off camera. So I'm just practicing my bouncy lettering again for all of the months of the year in the Space of Infinite Possibility, and this is with my grey Stabilo fine liner, and then I'm going to go over all of those with one of my corresponding colours. If you don't know, I colour code my months. I'm keeping that up for the next year as well, so I'm just going to go around and do like a little drop shadow of each month with the corresponding colour. And this is using my collection of Stabilo fine liners, Staedtler Triplus fine liners, and also some of the Passion Marker fine liner ends. Also, the thing in the corner is one of my planner face albums. I've been using that to weigh down one corner of my planner while I'm trying to plan in it, because anyone who started a new passion planner will know that it doesn't lay flat for a couple of weeks. So now that I've got all of the months of the year written out, I'm going to start adding in the holidays, and I'm just doing a little circle around the date in both calendars, except for Easter because that changes, and then I'm writing the date and what the day is in the Space of Infinite Possibility on the section I've made for the month. Again, all in the corresponding colour for that month. I'm not sure I left enough space for April to have that many holidays and the amount of birthdays it has in it, but oh well. So now I'm going to move on to some ideas for the back pages of your passion planner. So I'm going to start off with a high temperatures tracker, and I downloaded this printable from Pen and a Plan on Etsy, which I'll have linked in the description below. And the only thing that I changed about it was I made the temperatures in Celsius because I don't understand Fahrenheit. So I just printed these on like regular printer paper, that's why they're terrible paper quality, and then I'm going to stick them in with my Pritt stick in the first of the blank pages of my planner. Then I'm just going to fill in the key with colour pencils, so I'm going from purple and moving all the way up to red. And these colour pencils, I think I got them from WH Smith's, like probably when I was about 19, so 10 years ago or more probably. They're really old is what I'm trying to say. You should always use what you've got rather than just go out and buy loads of new stuff, especially if you're just getting into planning. To finish off the spread, I'm just going to again try out some bouncy lettering to letter in Bristol because that's where I live, so that's where all of these temperatures will be tracked from. Next, I'm moving to the last of the blank pages to put in my content planner for the year. So these are just printables from Passion Planner itself, and they're the yearly overview from the daily PDF, and I've just sized them down to fit them both on one page, and then I'm just going to fill in all of my like Instagram posts and YouTube videos for the year. I did it this year and it worked out pretty well. I don't need a lot of space for content planning because I pretty much do the same thing all the time, but I might expand it this year, who knows. The reason that I've done this on the last of the blank pages is because just over the page on the first dot grids, I'm drawing out my Instagram and YouTube trackers for the year. These are kind of ambitious, but in 2020 I put that I wanted to get 1,000 followers on Instagram in my Instagram tracker, thinking there was no way I would do that, and I somehow managed it, which was still a bit shocking to me. So I thought, why not go big and aim high this year? As you can see, I've sketched all of this out in pencil first, so you don't have to watch me work out all of the spacing, and then I'm just going over it with my grey Stabilo fine liner again. So my Instagram tracker is pretty much the same as the one that I did in 2020, and I just got this idea of Pinterest. I've seen a lot of hexagon style trackers and I really like them, so I thought I'd go for the same thing again this year. And I can't draw in a straight line to save my life, so you're going to see a lot of my ruler in these spreads. Once I've got all of those lines drawn in, I'm just going to go in with my black Crayola Super Tip, which is also the pen that I used for the title, to put in all of the numbers, and I'm going up in increments of 50. And I'm not trying to put too much emphasis on like follower count or anything like that. I just really like tracking things, and it's nice to celebrate when I put quite a lot of effort into my spreads and sharing them with you guys and everything. On the other half of this page is my YouTube tracker. So the top section is like a big YouTube play button that I filled with Tetris blocks, and I'm going to colour in each one of those whenever I hit a certain subscriber milestone. I don't know where I got this idea from, I just really like Tetris trackers as well. I like geometric shapes and stuff. Drawing this out was a bit of a pain. I didn't have the button the right size, so I couldn't fit like whole Tetris blocks on each side, but I think it looks cute in the end, and I'm really excited to see how much of it I can fill up this year. So I've just numbered each of the blocks with how many subscribers they relate to, and then I'm going to letter in the word YouTube in the middle, again in trying out that bouncy lettering that I'm not very good at yet. And then underneath that is kind of, I've decided to go for like a watch hours tracker. So each of these balloons, and only like 4 of them look like balloons, the rest of them are just circles, but they count as like 100 watch hours. So it's a big pile of balloons, but I thought that would be something fun to track as well. I haven't really seen people tracking that sort of thing in a planner, so I thought it would be something fun to do and to fill up that space because my YouTube button isn't very big. Again, I'm just going to number those with the number of watch hours that they relate to, and then if we flip the page, this is more of a household spread. So on the left hand side, I'm starting with a cleaning spread. So this is just stuff that I want to do daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, biannually and annually. I got this idea off of Pinterest as well and just recreated it to fit in a passion planner. And I made this exact spread last year as well and didn't use it at all. I made it in like May and it was for the whole year and I just didn't touch it. it. So hopefully this year, now that I'm making it before the year starts, I will actually use it, but who knows? I'm not promising anything. As I've mentioned in previous videos, if I don't put cleaning and stuff in my planner, I literally won't do it. Like, I have to make time for it. So I'm hoping that having a spread where I've got everything listed out and it's things I can fill in and colour in and stuff, that will incentivize me to actually use it. Like, I'm not saying that I haven't cleaned my house at all this year, but I definitely forgot some bits and pieces, and I really like decluttering, but I have to be in the right headspace, and 2020 has not been that headspace. I used to find this sort of page really helpful when I bullet journaled, so it's definitely been like a mainstay in my planner for a long time, and that's one of the reasons that I really like having all of these dot grid pages at the back of my planner. I'm only showing you a couple spreads today because this is my yearly setup, but this will fill out, and I use almost all of the pages for like different collections and stuff that I've kind of brought forward from bullet journaling to have in my current planner. So to label all of these boxes, I'm including the word like in the top line of the box, and that's again with my Stabilo fine liner. And then after that, I'm going to go over with a pastel highlighter, I think they're Stabilo as well, and then just block letter behind it. And then while I've got my Stabilo pen in my hand, I'm going to add in some little circles, which I will colour in when I've done the task that is next to them. Again, while I've still got my Stabilo fine liner in my hand, I'm going to draw out part of the second page. So this is a home improvements page because we moved into our house just over a year ago, and due to the pandemic stuff, we haven't really done all that much home improvement. I think if you saw my Insta story back in like July, you would have seen us doing some renovations on our office space, but apart from that, we haven't really touched anything else in the house. So my knowledge of Sims building is coming out here, and I managed to draw out the floor plan of our house in squares. These aren't to scale at all, this is just, yeah, basically Sim scale, and then I'm going to letter in home improvements in the middle and leave the rest of that spread blank because I don't know what we're going to do first, but I know we're going to do something. So here I'm just going in with that pastel highlighter and block lettering over all of the headers for my cleaning spread, and then I'm going to go and fill it all out. So these are like daily tasks that I want to get done every day, obviously, weekly tasks with a 52-week little tracker underneath them, fortnightly tasks with a 26 fortnight tracker underneath them, monthly tasks with all 12 months underneath that, and then my biannual and annual tasks have corresponding boxes underneath them. So my basic setup for the year is pretty much done, and this is obviously before I start planning months and weeks and stuff in the main body of the planner. This is just some fun trackers and functional things that I've got in my back pages. And of course, the all-important first roadmap of 2021. So I'll finish up this video back at my roadmap. I hope this has given you some ideas for your back pages and your roadmap / vision board / whatever you want to do for 2021. Enjoy setting up for a new year and a new start. So that's everything for this week, guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!